Welcome back and thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to be looking at dividing its decimal. So I'm just going to start off with an easy one for now. 4 divided by 0.3. If I've got 4 divided by 0.3, the first thing I need to think about is using the knowledge that I already have. I already know another way of doing a division sign is doing it as an equivalent fraction. 4 over 0.3. I then want to get rid of the decimal point on the denominator. So if I want to get rid of the decimal point on the denominator, I look at how many numbers are in the decimal area, and I've got 1. So I just have to multiply it by 10, and it becomes 10 times bigger. So 30 cents times 10 equals $3. So it becomes 40 over 3. Because if you times the denominator by 10, you need to times the numerator by 10. So it's an equivalent fraction. So that gives me 40 divided by 3. Now I've got 40 divided by 3, it makes it a lot easier to do it the normal way. I've got 40 lollies and I'm sharing with 3 people. I started with the biggest place value. I've got 4 and I'm sharing with 3 people. Can I do it? Yes, each person will get 1. I've got 1 left over and it turns into a 10. Now I've got 10 and I'm sharing with 3 people. Can I do it? Yes, each person will get 3. I've got 1 left over. Remember, when there's no number there and we carry it, we put a decimal place and then I drop a 0. I've got 10 again, which means I know it's going to be 3 and it's going to be reoccurring. So that's the way we get it into that way we divide a decimal. But what happens if we have two lots of decimals? We are going 0.45 and we are dividing by 0.2. Exactly the same thing applies. The first thing that we need to do is write it as a fraction. Now, I only look at my denominator. Don't have to worry about the numerator. How many spots do I need to move it to get 0.2 out of a decimal? 1 spot, so I need to times it by 10. It's going to get 10 times bigger because if I've got 20 cents and I'm timesing it by 10, 20 cents times 10 is $2. So if I times the bottom by 10, I am timesing the top by 10 and I'm moving the decimal spot 1 spot. And that turns out to be 4.5 over 2. Now that makes it easier for me. Because if I've got 4.5 and I'm sharing it with 2 people. If I've got 4 lollies and I'm sharing with 2 people, can I do it? Yes, each person will get 2. I've got a decimal place here, so I put the decimal place and I go to the next column. I didn't have to carry. I've got 5 and I'm sharing with 2. Can I do it? Yes, each person will get 2. 2, 4. I've got 1 left over, so I carry it over. I don't have to put a decimal place because I've already got it there. So I just drop a 0 and I go 10. How many 10? If I share 10 with 2 people, each person will get 5. 2 times 5 equals 10. So it becomes 2.25. So if I've got 0.45 and I'm dividing by 0.2, it turns into 2.25. Hopefully that makes a lot more sense. If you need any more examples, feel free to comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your time today.